Hey there, fellow nostalgia buffs. Had some pretty good luck, actually, at the thrift store, which is rare anymore. We went to Nook.
Yeah.
And we went to Goodwill. And, you know, you casually go into Goodwill nowadays because you don't expect to find anything ever except for a bunch of broken junk. You see these guys on Facebook that are like, oh, look at this massive collection. Yeah, sure you did. I don't hardly believe them. I think they're all making it up.
Even though he's had some of that luck.
I did. A couple of weeks back when I found
that G.I. Joe set.
Found the G.I. Joe lot, and I couldn't believe it because it's been so freaking long since anything like that happened.
Yeah.
But we went to Nook, and then we went to the Goodwill, and we had a lot of luck with DVDs and vinyl. Yeah. But you know, we'll show you Nook first here, I guess. And that's her Nook stack.
Yeah. And these are some DVDs that I bought because, as I said before, mainly on the live stream, I'm collecting all of the animated Batman, Superman, and Justice Leagues.
Yeah, see,
so I can watch them in order because they all kind of fit together. If you watch it, they fit together. So I went online, and they have a list of all of the DC animated series and the order that they go in. And you can find these fairly cheap on eBay, even Amazon. And I get a lot of Amazon points doing different things on the phone. And I use it to buy DVDs, or I save them up and buy something every so often. So I went to Nook, and they had a lot of the DVDs that I needed for my set. I'm still quite a ways off, but I do have a lot. I do have a lot of them so far, and I've already started watching it, and I'm already seeing that I'm watching it out of order, which is fine. I can go back and put it in order and watch it. Yeah. So this is the stuff that we got at Nook. And I'm happy with it, and they're pretty good. And if you have issues with them, you can take it back.
They'll fix it.
They'll switch it out. Or
their prices aren't bad. But then we go to the Goodwill, like we said, and Goodwill, it's so hit or miss anymore. Just get that out of the way. Classic Dennis the Menace paperback. Love these old paperbacks. Used to have a lot of these when I was a kid, and couldn't resist. It's dirty, but price was right. But then we look at the DVDs, and we start finding some great stuff. Got Under the Dome, the Stephen King. Is that the TV series?
Yeah. Under the Dome was a book that came out some years back. I read it. It's a 2-volume book. And if you're familiar with Stephen King books, his books are long. Yeah. And it was a long book. It was two volumes. I read them. And it was a pretty good book. I'm not going to tell you the ending because it's one of those classic Stephen King endings. Sure. If you've read his books.
You kind of know.
You're going along and you start getting to the end and you start seeing, like, okay, what direction are we going in? Because it's, like, way off of what everything was doing. Yeah. And then you get to the end, the last chapter or 2 chapters, and then you're like, what? And that's how Under the Dome went. But then they made a TV series, and I watched it. It had half of it on, I think, Pluto or something, and not the other half. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the book.
Of course not. Why would it? But this was red tag, so it's a half price, and they didn't special price the DVDs. So they, when they rang them up, they rang up the box sets as like a regular DVD, and then because it was the color of the week, half price. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, all right.
Yeah, the TV series wasn't bad, but it had nothing to do with the book. The stories or the goings on the TV show, some of it kind of fit with the book. Like when they say loose, it's like very, very, very loose. Very loose. Like the names fit and the town fit and the dome fit, and that's about it. But I got it because, I like it and I like it for this.
Sure. That's all right. Airwolf, the complete series.
I remember
On
Airwolf
DVD.
when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah.
I tried watching it recently. I think it's on Tubi, and couldn't get
The girl pissed him off.
the
the-
girlfriend. She
The
was just
daughter
annoying.
of the guy with the eye patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, pissed him off. But yeah, all 79 episodes, which would be, what, from back in the day, that's like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So, there's Airwolf. Original Christmas classics, because why not? Again, half single DVD price. They didn't charge a box set price. Now this was surprising.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because
Dark
many of you
Shadows
Many of
box
you
sets.
know that I'm a huge fan of Dark Shadows.
Look at
and I was
how
looking
thick
and I
that
was
is.
like, wow, Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
It's not in order. It's like random sets.
Yeah, this is like collection 4, 3, 6, and 12. And it's like, but if anybody's into this, you know how much of a
Expensive.
pain in the butt it is to find these.
Yeah. So they had it, and it was at DVD price, what, $2 at Goodwill
Yeah,
for a box set.
For a box set, and it's and all the discs are in there and they're clean.
Yeah.
So the discs look good because we looked when we grab them, and it's like, wow, that is fantastic. And of course, she's a big fan of Black Shadows, and Dark Shadows, big fan of Dark Shadows, and like I said, those are expensive.
That's a David book.
Yeah. Hey, I can't pass up a Tintin book. I don't care if I even have a copy of it already. Hergé was brilliant. Made a lot of books. A lot of them you can't find because they're banned. And they're banned because people say they're stereotyped. Like, I know one book got into a lot of trouble. Not when they were written, like decades
Later
ago,
on.
but in recent years, because Tintin is fun and it's brilliant, and even the cartoon
We saw the cartoon.
series, the episodes are spot on to the book perfectly. Even the pictures, the drawing from the DVD series, and the dialogue is exact. They did a fantastic job. Canadian production, but it's available in English and French. But for example, one of the books talked about foot wrapping in China. And, you can't talk about that. That's offensive. It's true. They did it for centuries. There are still people alive today that were subjected to foot wrapping. That, elderly women, because it's something that was done to females because they thought it was cute if their feet were tiny.
Yeah. They wrap their feet so it wouldn't grow.
He was telling the truth in the books, but I guess the truth doesn't count.
The truth hurts.
Yeah, truth hurts. Yesterday's Toys. I grabbed a copy of that. Saw that laying there. I just like having these kind of things for reference. There's a lot of old tin toys cataloged in here from this guy's collection, and it's just nice to have. For the price, you can't argue.
Yeah, because it rings up as a children's book.
Yeah, and then the vinyl, and she was excited, and I was happy for her. The vinyl, and these are in great shape too.
Yeah, Shaka Khan, and it got "I Feel for You" on it. That's the
Oh yeah,
later,
I Feel for You. That's this one. Yeah.
That's the later Shaka Khan, not Shaka Khan and Rufus. That's when she went off by herself.
Yeah.
So you have that. Now this is a compilation album, Solid Gold, and it has a bunch. It's a 2-record album, and you have a bunch of different songs on it from different artists.
The Big 8 Jocks. Oh, I see what they did here. They've got, I guess this is like their selection, like disc jockeys in here. And I remember Dale Dorman. I wonder if Dale Dorman's in here. Dale Dorman used to do that kind of stuff. If he is, I can't tell. Some of you might be old enough to remember Dale Dorman. Check this one out.
Yeah, jazz something another.
Daz Band.
Oh,
It's
Daz
D-A-Z.
Band. Daz
See?
Band.
Keep It Live. Classic 80s stuff. And Atlantic Star.
Atlantic Star was good. That's the one with Secret Lovers on it.
Uh-huh.
So if you remember that song,
Yeah. Love Me Down. Atlantic Star. And Alexander O'Neill.
Yeah, he's pretty good. You would have to hear his stuff, and you would recognize it. Once you
Sure.
hear the song,
Sure.
you'll recognize him. He wasn't that big. He never blew up like all that.
Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack.
That's just cool.
It is. It is. It's just cool. It was like, go ahead, grab that one anyways. Because why not? And it's such an iconic 80s film. I don't know about the sequels because it was a 2 and a 3, and
Yeah.
I didn't think they were that good. But
But that first soundtrack was
Yeah.
pretty good. You remember when movies had soundtracks? I don't think they do anymore.
yeah,
This is DeBarge,
yeah,
L. DeBarge.
yeah.
When he broke off by himself and he sang that song "Who's Johnny" from the movie with the
Oh,
robot.
that's right. Who's Johnny? They said
Yeah.
that movie was awful.
Yeah,
That movie was
but
awful.
he sang the theme song for it.
And it was the preamble to The Living Doll.
Hmm.
'Cause that's basically what it's about. Who's that? George Abbott.
Yeah, shake you down.
Yeah. I'm gonna shake you down. That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed like he's ready to be on Miami Vice.
He almost kind of looked like it. Who was it? Tibbs was the black guy.
Tibbs is from Heat of the Night. Mr. Tibbs.
No, oh, Tubbs. Crockett
Tubbs,
and
yeah,
Tubbs.
Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah, Tubbs was the black guy, right?
Yes.
That's who he kind of looked like a little bit, especially right here on the back.
Yeah, because that's a very 80s look right there.
Yeah.
That Miami look. Heat Wave.
Yeah, that's
Too
the one
hot
with
to handle.
Boogie Nights on it.
That's right. And Ain't No Half Steppin's on here. Yeah.
Always and Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said the cover on this one's kind of dogged up, but you know.
Yeah, but the record's in there.
We don't care.
You just want to sit and listen
We
to
just
your
want
records.
to. We just want to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And the system.
Yeah, the system. If you remember the song "Don't Disturb This Groove,"
Yeah.
they sang that. They weren't big either. Pretty much a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
"Don't Disturb This Groove" was their biggest song.
And there's the other half. Oh, it's the back of the car there.
Yeah.
The system. Because, we're not looking to sell them. We just want to enjoy them.
Yeah, we just want to sit and listen.
Who is it?
Peeble Bryson.
Peeble Bryson.
He was good.
And it was $2.99 at AVI Electronics at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over tonight.
This album doesn't have a lot of his best songs
Uh-huh.
because he had some better ones, but he was a good R&B singer in the 80s.
And on the back there, he's dressed like a Jedi. That's cool, though. What do we got here? Boogie Down Productions. Uh-oh, Jack of Spades.
Yeah, KRS-One.
Yeah. Boogie Down I'm still number one, it says.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these go for quite a bit, actually.
This one right here, I'm kind of disappointed. It's a single, so you're gonna have
Yeah.
I'm still number one on there like 10 times.
Yeah, or
But,
a really elongated track.
Yeah, of the song. But Boogie Down Productions was a big rap group in the 80s. KRS-One was the leader of Boogie Down Productions. And,
Yeah, it's like multiple versions of the same song.
Yeah, it's a
but you know
single.
that was the theme song to I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
I'm number one. I'm still number one.
Jack of Spades.
Oh, Jack of Spades.
Yeah. Who we got here? Kenny Loggins.
I got that because it was Kenny Loggins. I like
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
The songs on there, I think the only one I recognize is the Winnie the Pooh song.
House at Pooh Corner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's one that I could get rid of. Because I got it because honestly, that one I didn't even look
You might
at.
really like
I
it.
saw the name Kenny Loggins. I know I like Kenny Loggins. and I picked it up.
Because sometimes we just sit down here and run the vinyl, just hang out.
This is another one I picked up and I didn't look at because it has George Duke, and I like George Duke, and he got some songs. But this one is a compilation he did with somebody.
Yeah.
I don't recognize any of those songs, but I'll listen to it and maybe something will catch my attention.
Looking like Richard Pryor on the back there.
Now this one is the first one I saw, and this album, he has a song on there. I've Been a Fool. I can actually
I've Been a Fool for You?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can listen to that song all day long.
And she probably will.
Yeah. I listen to it on YouTube all the time now.
No.
But I love that song.
Now you get it on classic vinyl.
Oh, yeah. I can sit down here and just... Yeah, you can't put it on repeat. You got to go and move the needle. But I have it. Now, and that's a good song. Really good song.
This stack.
Yeah.
This stack is something else. I don't know if we should tell that story.
It's your story.
Yeah, it's my story, huh? DeBarge. We beat out a picker for this stack.
You don't know what you did.
Yeah, we beat out a picker for this stack. We broke the heart of someone who was looking to make some cash. DeBarge in a special way.
Yeah, that one actually got a couple of good songs. A Special Way is on there. Time Will Reveal is on there.
Yeah.
That one is good. That's DeBarge when it was the whole family DeBarge. And then L DeBarge is the one you saw earlier where he broke out on his own.
Bunny doesn't look very flattering on the back of this. The way she's posed.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks okay on the front, but on the back of it, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
You know, I think they could have picked a better, because that they do the studio shots. They probably took like 100 photos.
Yeah.
They could have found a better one.
Best.
Regina Bell.
Regina Bell is good too.
All by myself.
She has a really good voice, but again, she didn't really take off.
And that happens. There's a lot of people that they get an album out and you never heard them, but if you did, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's a really good singer. I always liked her growing up. So.
Billy Ocean.
Yeah, Billy. That's the one with all his good songs.
When the going gets tough on here, yeah.
Yeah, Love Zone. There'll be sad songs. All those songs are on there.
Yeah, that's a nice pick.
It doesn't have Caribbean Queen on it.
No, I remember that one. Atlantic Star.
Another Atlantic Star. That's the one with Always on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Females is on this one. Females! Atlantic Star. We get down to the nitty gritty here. Night Clubbing from Grace Jones.
I don't really know any songs by Grace
Nobody
Jones.
does. She got around. She was very well known in the 80s. She's kind of iconic of the 80s.
She is, and I know she had albums, but her stuff didn't play on the radio.
Well, she started out as a model.
Yeah.
She was a model, and she did the records. She did some acting. She was a Bond girl. She was in
Was she?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was in Moonraker.
Okay.
Not Moonraker, I'm sorry. Oh, God, which one was it? The one with Zorn Enterprises. I remember that. Mm-hmm. The Zorn Enterprises was the enemy, but this was she was a Bond girl in that film.
Her brother is a pastor, Noel Jones.
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Love Terrence Trent D'Arby. He sings the song "Wishing Well" in "Sign Your Name."
Oh, Sign Your Name Across My Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In "Wishing Well." I like "Wishing Well."
I think that was the last Roger Moore James Bond film.
That Grace Jones was in?
Yeah, before Timothy Dalton took over. And Timothy only did 2 films, but the very last Roger Moore one, I think, was the one where Grace Jones was a Bond girl, but the name fails me at the moment. Mm. Somebody will put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
And Force MDs!
Yeah, Tender Love.
Force MDs.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that looks very 80s.
With the gold chains and everything.
I know. The big chains and the
fur coat.
The fur coats back before you couldn't wear fur anymore. Back when
everybody got a Jerry curl.
Yeah, that's true. That is a very 80s picture. And the leather sweaters. It's like the sweater with leather patches
Mm-hmm.
and the chains and the Jerry curls and all of that. That's a very 80s looking album cover. Wow. But that is our Goodwill haul.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are happy. She lit up when she saw that
I
first
did.
record. She was like, "Oh," and I was like, "What do you got there?" I heard that because I always know that sound.
Yeah, I was so shocked. And,
Yeah.
you think, okay, one. But you're flipping through. And we left a lot. And it was other names that we recognized.
Yeah, and
but
look at
didn't
that.
really know.
How many did you end up with?
21.
21. Look at that. Now, when's the last time? Like I said, and if something does turn up at Goodwill, it's either crazy expensive because they
Yeah.
think they're
Or
experts.
broke.
Yeah, or it's broken, or a professional is there picking it.
Yeah.
And you see all those guys, they're the ones in the aisle like this.
Yeah,
And
with their phone.
they're scanning barcodes and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I do that too, but that stuff comes home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff
Yeah.
we keep. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not selling anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably 2 records in here that if
Push came to
yeah,
shove.
if somebody
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you got to give up 2 records. Here you go," I can easily give those 2 up. But there's still artists that I know, artists that I've listened to in the past, and I'll listen to these, and maybe there's some songs that I just didn't I've never heard
Or didn't
didn't
realize
realize.
because they weren't pushed
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got my Dark Shadows.
Yeah, Dark
and
Shadows
for those
is
of
in
you
here.
who watch the channel often, you know how I feel about
yeah.
Dark Shadows. So, I thought it was an overall good day.
Yeah, we had a great time. You can't pass that
Ugh.
up. These are holiday classics.
I know,
love
I know, I
these.
know.
Yeah, she's teasing me, but she watches this too.
Yeah.
And then all of these, and she paid. These were more at Book Nook, of course,
Yeah,
but
Book Nook, you're not getting a
it's
deal.
still cheaper than dealing with eBay or Amazon because then you got to factor in shipping,
The
and all of
shipping
that.
and
so,
the taxes and
Yeah.
all of that. And the price is roughly the same as if you bought it on eBay. But again,
Yeah.
eBay, you have to deal with the taxes and the shipping and all of that. So you go and you find them all in one store like Book Nook where they have millions of books and DVDs and stuff like that. You can come away.
and Book Nook has discount tiers. So when you spend over a certain amount, then
I did
they
get
cut
some
you a
off.
discount, and then it's like you're not paying the tax because I
guess.
think it's like your tier was like 10%.
Yeah.
So it was it wiped the tax out.
Yeah. Which was good. So
Yeah, of course. But anyway, wanted to share that. Hey, don't pass up the opportunity because I know it's gotten really hairy with
Yeah.
going to thrift stores, and you're just like, oh, it's all pointless. It's pointless anymore.
yeah.
But every once
You
in a
never
while,
know. Is it because we were out today at
Yeah.
the
Atlanta
the comic book convention, and because we were on a different side of town, we were like, okay, let's just go to the
Why not?
Goodwills here because we don't come out this way,
yeah,
and we did.
and
And
paid
it
off.
paid off. It really did. Because our Goodwill, we went to our Goodwill after, walked away with nothing. So
Yeah, which is about how it always feels.
yeah. So
Anyways, hey, did you have any recent luck? Tell us about it in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear about it.
tell us about your recent record pickup. If you pick up records,
Yeah, anybody out there into the vinyl?
yeah, or even CDs.
Yeah, because that's starting to fade too.
Yeah, and then
CDs
in
are
about
going
10
away.
years, people will be looking to
Like,
buy
what's a CD?
CDs.
We'll be like Austin Powers trying to put a CD on a record player and trying to figure out why it isn't working.
Oh boy.
I remember that scene. He was like, they got so small. The stylus is just tearing up and it's making all that nails on a chalkboard noise. But yeah, it's getting to that point. People aren't going to know what the stuff is anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about your exploits. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was encouraging because, you know, like I said, it doesn't happen often anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like when I, in the 90s when I used to go to the thrift stores every day because it was always something.
Mm-hmm.
I never went home empty-handed in the 90s. Going to AmVets and Goodwill and all those places when I was living in Boston. Now it's like 1 out of 10 times you end up with something. But every once in a while, you get surprised.
Yeah.
So, hey, if that's it, then what more can we say? But thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.